Hey there, pipers. Still drinking. Loading me up a bowl of 1Q. Make a video for you guys. Timer running because I'm an idiot. Spark it. Hey there, pipers. Still drinking. It's VR time again. VR time again. Alright, had my cup of coffee. Feeling a shitload better. Speaking of which, fuck, I can't reach it around all my tobacco. Okay, anyway. This is a VR to Sabrinified. This is the real VR. I posted kind of a parody last night. Just for a little shits and giggle. So let's just jump right in because this is going to be a long fucking video and I apologize, but you know, you can always switch it off whenever you get bored. I'm here to entertain. Now, regarding your woodwork, I had gone into detail yesterday about, in that fast forward video, talking about, you know, I got pieces of briar also, but listening to your video, you saying you have a vise and some files, all that advice I gave you is pretty fucking worthless, because if you don't have at least a Dremel or like a drill to kind of buff in the wax or even buff off your dye, honestly, leave it fucking raw. What I said in the comments. Look at this. I mean, he did wax this, but there was no dyes, no nothing. I mean, if that's all you're looking to do is put a little carnauba on there, which a lot of guys did suggest you do, I think you would need a power tool anyway, because I don't know if fucking doing it by hand, you can kind of, if you can do it, I mean, if you're really bored, I mean, honestly, if it's just something to just pass the time, carnauba wax, just mess with that and then just shine it up. But I mean, from what I could see of your pipe already, it looked fine. I mean, that's what this stuff is. My favorite fucking natural. I love it. It's just cool, you know, just fucking fantastico. Sorry. You know, but I mean, if you need a black one or a fucking purple one or whatever, then, you know, go the dye route. But honestly, without fucking power tools, living in the age of the caveman, my dear. Time to get you some power tools. Shit. Go to a garage sale. See if you can find some, at least a drill, you know? Sorry, I'm trying to smoke as much shit as I can this morning, just to reevaluate, because I want to give you, holy shit, a little bit more advice. My shit almost tipped over. Going over my aromatics, I want to try and find something for you that that will help with the tongue bite. Now, I don't know if you had seen my other video, but training wheels for beginners. Now, you had a friend or somebody message you about their starting out pipe smoking and what tobaccos should they start out with. Now, the point I had made earlier, and I'm not sure if I fast forwarded through it, was a lot of people started out with aromatics. I started out with aromatics because of the smell. You know, we all, I think, majority of us had a grandfather, a dad, or an uncle who smoked pipe tobacco, and it smelled fantastic. You know, I don't want to smoke something that smells like a cigar or a cigarette unless I'm smoking a cigar or a cigarette. I want to have that pipe smell. It's not just for the people around me. I find it pleasing. A lot of my cigars was super sweet, super mellow, nice smelling. That's the kind of cigars I always smoke. Crooks, Swisher Sweets, you know, the kind of weird shit like that. Black and Milds, you know, which not all the time smell the greatest, but at least they taste okay to me. Now, pipe smoking, I think that's why a lot of people start off with aromatics. It's more pleasing and you kind of put up with the bullshit. But if you can point them in the right direction, which aromatic blend to start out with would be a lot more helpful. If, you know, you're asking a pipe smoker and they're like, oh yeah, smoke this Choco Delight. You know, it's gonna be fucking cased to the max and smells delicious, but if you fuck up, it'll just ruin your shit. So, you know, you gotta pick your battles. You know, you can't choose the super delicious smelling in the bag and cased and just fucking awesome, you know, which a lot of guys do because I guess it just smells terrific and they're like, oh, you'll come back if it smells like candy. But like you said, you know, you smoke it and it just like fucking smoking razor blades. Now, like I had said in my video, filter or no filter, I got a 9 milli in this bad boy. This is the training wheels of the new pipe smoker. Now, if somebody ever asks you, I want to get into pipe smoking, what should I smoke? You ask them, well, are you okay with cigarette smoke? The smell of cigarette smoke, hickory smoke, or you know, campfire? Do you like smokiness, or do you like that sweet pipe smell? And then, of course, what is their budget? I mean, if they can get a cob, you know, definitely start out with a cob. Or if you have something that you can let them borrow with a filter in it, you know, until they can kind of get acclimated. So it's all kind of situational. But, you know, let's say it's a friend across the interwebs. Okay, you tell them, get a cob. Or, you know, if they're serious, or they have, like, let's say they have one of grandpa's pipes, find out if it has a filter in it. Whatever. So basically, you want to have them, you know, pick out their pipe, either a cob or a filtered if they're getting a new one and they don't mind. Because, I mean, you got $60, I mean, that is more than a $10 pipe, but still kind of reasonable if it's a hobby that they want to take up. Then you ask them, you know, what kind of flavor are they looking for? That pipe smell or that hickory smoky smell? If they like the smell of tobacco and fucking campfire smoke and all that bullshit, you know, then give them the English. Fuck the aromatic bullshit and start them off with a nice mild English, which I had gone over in my English, whatever, my English rant. You know, send them in that direction. But if they want to go for that relaxing, just, I mean, not that Englishes aren't relaxing, but, you know, just a more delicious room note, then they're kind of stuck with aromatics to start out with, because they'll taste. I tasted in English, and English was my second. Once I restarted smoking pipes, I smoked in English for my second tobacco. First was butter rum, second was nightcap, and I wanted to fucking die. Oh my god, that shit's nasty when you're starting out. So couldn't do it. Couldn't do Englishes. Stayed the fuck away from them. And nobody went over, you know, what I wanted to know. That's why I made that English video. So anyway, this is getting fucking long. I'm gonna have to edit a lot of this shit. But filters, right? You watch my filter video, cuts the tongue bite, cuts the juice, all that shit. But it's training wheels. It's just to get you acclimated. Not too many pipers or pipe makers have the filter option. So it's something that you should eventually wean yourself off of. Now, for your choices, I know you had posted the companies that you can get. So let me be a bit of a dick and show you all the shit that you can get. Cannot. Now, right now, I'm smoking in this one. It says Tobacco of Hawaii, but it's lane limited 1Q. I find this to be okay. I mean, smells great coming out the pipe. I've been smoking it really harsh all this time. Minimal tongue bite. Still cool in my bowl. If you can get that one I think is an awesome kind of a starter for noobs starting out, you know. No harsh tongue bite. BCA comes a little moist. I think this one you're gonna have to really be careful. Smoke maybe about half a bowl. Oh, and also tell your friend, you know, when they're smoking, and, you know, I know we had discussed earlier about trying to finish the bowl to the bitter end and all of that shit. But like Kel said, another pipe presenter, you know, once it starts getting close to the bottom, you got all of that fucking goo down there. You know, when it starts tasting shitty, you don't have to finish it. I mean, if they want to break in their bowl, all of that, start with a smaller bowl, like how they say you should do anyway. Start with a smaller bowl so you don't build up all that crap and you can kind of get your cake building down there. But, you know, I wanted to start out with a huge bowl and I just take that fucker to the end. Oh, and then my little spittoon, my mud jug. So for when I start getting to down there, because I want that, I gotta finish it. You know, like you said, you put that fucking 0.3 grams or whatever the fuck amount of tobacco in there, or gram or whatever, however you guys measure that shit. I think it's an ounce here in a pipe, but besides the point. You know, you just have to finish it. But, you know, like a cigar, some guys, they take it to the fucking, you know, like they need a roach clip or something, like they're smoking a doob, because they like that flavor once it's right there. And, you know, me, when you start out with a cigar at the beginning, it's just so smooth, and, you know, all that shit just accumulates through the leaf as it gets closer. It starts tasting like crap. You know, but you did pay fucking $7 for that fucker, so you smoked the shit out of it. But, you know, I don't smoke cigars that much, so I'm not too worried about it. So I just, once it starts tasting like shit, I just toss it. Now, back to the shit, the yummy stuff. Now, and I don't know if you had mentioned CAO. A lot of their flavors, I think, are mellow enough. This one right here, oh my god. Oh, let's get rid of that. Fucking 20 bucks for a goddamn tin. But Eileen's Dream, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She's a good girl. She is. She's a sweet lady. Definitely check her out. Now, of course, CAO's Moon Trance, also very nice. You might have to baby it a little bit, but it's not too bad. I know you were saying you can get Peterson's Sunset Breeze, also enjoyable for that amaretto smoke. Now, you see, I've been puffing away at this 1Q, and I haven't, you know, nothing. You know, I'm now, I do have this other stuff that's Peter Street, chocolate mousse, you know, the vanillas. This kind of stuff is delicious, but don't recommend it to a new guy. You know, you see the fucking black vanilla cherry bonbon, chocolate mousse. If it sounds delicious, that means that fucker's gonna rip your tongue to shit. Cherry bean, Big Star Cigars, cherry bean. Now, you'll hear guys talking about Hobbit's weed, which I also have. Hobbit's weed is a little bit bolder cherry. It smells like a cherry lightsaber with a hint of vanilla. Very fucking mild vanilla. It's basically a cherry taste for me. And because it's bolder, you have, I think, a higher chance of getting tongue bite. Now, this bad boy, I don't care who you are, you shove this fucker in your pipe and you smoke it like an idiot, you walk away fine. Like, I mean, if you keep sucking in hot ass smoke into your mouth, you know, it's gonna get singed a little bit. But that's more of the heat, I think, than whatever casing or, you know, chemical fucking burn. Because I am just in love. Very mild cherry, very mild. The vanilla and cherry notes, I think, are more equal than the Hobbit's weed. It's more cherry vanilla, but just mild, smooth. I mean, you can fucking smoke it like a cigarette, which I don't recommend, but I mean, some people enjoy that shit. But there were times where, you know, you just, on the exhale, I suck it right back up the nose and nothing. You know, you just, you know, it just explodes the flavor for me a little bit more. But it doesn't hurt at all. You know, it's not healthy for you, I'm sure, but I'm just saying, the smoothest, mildest shit. And I'm going to be having my 100 sub contest, and if you are lucky enough to win, because I'm sending a lot of other goodies too, I can probably smuggle you in some, unless it's like illegal to send you guys. I don't know what the fuck the rules are. You know what I mean? I'm going to be sending out a shitload of cool prizes, and I can shove this in there with the coffee so that they don't, because coffee's going to be in there, so their dogs don't sniff it out, or however the fuck they track that shit. Because, you know, you always see videos of guys in Australia and England and wherever the fuck, and they try to mail each other tobacco, and the bags just disappear. You know, customs takes it, or fuck, you know, I don't want Interpol on my ass. You're sending all people tobacco, jail time for you, bloke, or whatever the fuck. There was something else. Oh yeah, another thing besides filters, going back to the noob proof smoking, or, you know, going back to trying to avoid tongue bite, I had mentioned filters. Another thing, calabash. You got a second chamber here that totally fucking mellows out the smoke, helps tremendously, I think, with the flavor and just with fighting tongue bite. You get a nice calabash. Of course, that wouldn't be for your new friend. Like, let's say for you, you swear off of fucking aromatics forever, but if you have an opportunity to get a calabash, revisit those aromatics with the calabash and you will not be disappointed. This takes pipe smoking, I think, to a whole new level. If I could get all my pipes with that shit built in, like, it is just awesomeness in a pipe. I don't know, I don't understand it, but it is just delicious. Changes everything. That's what I want in my fucking pipe. Damn it. Oh, I might have had it here the whole time. Yes, I did. I'm a dummy. Okay. Buff off.